Hello, my name is Rob and today I'm making pomander balls. Welcome to Rob's Randoms, a channel where I make videos about things that interest me. Could be a food recipe, could be an art project, or it could be the story of something, and today I'm combining all three of those to make a pomander ball. So for this video I made two pomander balls, and you can see how I made them later on and I'll explain it. It's very simple. But before we get to that point, let's explain what is this? So the word pomander comes from the French pomme d'ambre, which means amber apple. The word pomme d'ambre doesn't mean orange though, it refers to those little metal balls that people used to carry about hundreds of years ago that were filled with perfumes and nice smelly things like ambergris, which is actually where you get the word pomander from, because it's a pomme that holds amber. So a pomander was a metal thing that you put nice smelly things in and you carry it around with you, and they could either be quite big ones or they could be small enough to fit on a piece of jewellery, and yeah, they would just be things to carry around that smelled nice, basically the perfume of the time, but also to cover up your own bad smell. And also I think this was around the time that people thought bad smells were what caused illnesses, so it was kind of a thing to ward off illnesses as well. However, over time, the pomme ambre or pomander went away and we are left with this, which is a nice smelly thing you make at Christmas. So how do you make a pomander ball? To make a pomander ball, you will need oranges, cloves, a toothpick, and maybe some sort of decorative ribbon. All you do is use the toothpick to poke a guiding hole through the skin of the orange, and then you put the cloves into that up to the bud, I think is the bit at the end of the clove. So do that all the way around the orange to make as many holes for cloves as you like. So for my first pomander ball, I made this one, which is a nice, simple, basic kind of one. It looks nice, it smells really nice already, and as it dries out, it's going to smell even better. The only thing I learned from this is that as I was poking them in, there's these like spikes around the bud and they kept jabbing me. And so like for the second one, I kind of learned a better way to push them in, because it did start to hurt a little bit. To make the first pomander ball, it only took me about 10 minutes to make, so then I figured I would make a second one. And for this one, I figured I would try and put a ribbon around it and then put the cloves in the gaps where the ribbon isn't. And I think this looks a lot nicer, and you can maybe like hang this up, and then as it dries, it's going to release all the nice aromas around your house. Again, this one only took me about 10 minutes, although putting the ribbon on did take me a lot longer than I was expecting it to. So for less than £5 and less than 30 minutes of work, I managed to make two pomander balls, which I think look very nice and they smell so amazing and Christmassy. And as the orange and the cloves release their aromas, it's just going to smell more and more Christmassy. And apparently cloves have got a natural mold inhibitor aspect to them, which is going to stop the orange from going off as it starts to release the aromas. So let me know in the comments if you decided to make a pomander ball this year. Hopefully you've had a wonderful Christmas, you're going to have a wonderful New Year. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rob and I will see you in another random video very soon.